Okay, I'm really at the heart of things here. It's very busy, it's very noisy, it's very buzzy. The arena is just over there. And I've come to have a word with Amber Smith, who is Sales Director at EBuyer. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
How's the show going for you so far?
Really good, actually, yeah. Really good vibe, lots of people, lots of conversation. So yeah, it's going really well.
That's really great. I have to say, I'm familiar with eBuyer as a consumer, but not so much as an education tech provider. Can you tell us a bit about your involvement in the education sector?
So we've probably been selling to schools for about 10 years now, and everybody's always like, really? We're actually one of the top 3 partners in the reseller IT world, selling the biggest and the most amount of devices into education. So when people say, what do you do in education? We actually sell a whole lot into education. So yeah, we've been doing it for some numerous years.
So why is it that schools should use eBuyer rather than one of the other suppliers that's out there?
What learning outcomes they're going to use with that technology, how the teacher's going to do that, and we're really interested in that. A lot of IT resellers, I would say, they're looking at deploying that device and selling that device, but how is that device being used? Is that a question that gets asked? One thing that we do is we have a dedicated head. We do it with all the manufacturers you see here at Bett, which is showing demoing the technology you see. But we work with them at eBuyer to understand what technology does in that classroom. How will that teacher actually use that to deploy their curriculum or teach that age group? And how the kids are reacting to that. And we talk and walk through that customer with them to understand what they're trying to get out with, and then allocate the device or technology to them.
Budgets though, budgets are a real issue for schools, we know this. What can you offer schools in terms of finance options? What's different about your offer?
So actually we do offer quite a range of finance for schools. One that I'm really passionate about at the moment, I work quite closely with Microsoft on this, is every school, every kid that enters into year 7 or year 5 should have the opportunity to have an incredible device to help them from year 7 to year 11 and their A-levels. And what this package does is it offers parents a way of contributing as little as £5 a month to pay towards a kid's device. So I ask a lot of parents, can you afford a McDonald's? Yeah, we can all afford that McDonald's. And what it does is that pays, and that kid for the first time can have maybe a £500 device from that parent contribution that the school can deploy, and then they get to use that all the way through to year 11. And we're here with Freedom Tech today on the stand. So any school thinking about, we don't have the budgets, we don't know how we're going to get this tech to our school, to our pupils, come onto the stand. Freedom Tech are here to talk you through that, what is the options, how the best to go about it, how do we get parents, even the actual council involved to help us get those devices, and they'll talk you through that. And I think it's a good option that we need to talk more to schools about.
And what happens if things don't go exactly according to plan?
What I would say, we love when things go to plan, 99% of the time, and then there's always that 1%, traffic, things don't get there. What I've got at eBuyer is a dedicated team. There's about 40 of them in that team, with a dedicated customer service as well. So we have an up-to-date actual courier system, so you get a 2-hour window, so you know when your actual parcel is going to be arriving, so you can be on the site. The delivery option, they know it's a school, so when they actually get the parcels, they know that they're going to a school and not to go at 6 and 8 o'clock at night. You get updated tracking, but if it doesn't get there, we try to let the school can get in contact with us multiple ways. Email, telephone, live chat, let us know there's a problem, they haven't received it, and that dedicated team will jump onto that issue and resolve within a 4-hour SLA, which we stand by and we're very proud of.
We were talking earlier on before we turned the cameras on, and you were explaining about how eBuyer is so much more than just the products. So what else are you offering schools beyond the products themselves?
So the one thing that I'm really proud of and want to push more is once we deploy the device, we offer a couple of options for training. So I've spoke to numerous teachers here today, lovely, great, really good conversations. And it seems the conversation coming out is kids love tech. They want the tech. The teachers, that teacher is wanting to do their job and learn and teach these kids the curriculum in the way that they've always taught them. But what we are actually doing is we can deploy the technology, and then an actual trainer will come in. that understands technology and see it from the teacher's point of view. And we'll hold a lesson training that teacher how to get the curriculum over to those children in a way that both learning outcomes are better. And for teachers, I think they're being trained, and I think they understand it better, they can ask questions, and then they don't look silly in front of their students, which is what we want.
I'm really interested to know more about the partnerships that eBuyer has. I know you partner with Microsoft and other hardware and software providers. How does that work? What's the benefit?
We all have dedicated heads within our business in terms of account management. They look at the customer base that we have. They'll bring their product in. We do in-house training every single week. Monday to Friday, they are training our staff to understand that product, to understand how that affects that customer or that school, whether it be primary, secondary, up to universities. We work quite closely to look at that demographic and go, okay, primary schools, what struggles are they having? They'll get the data to us, and then we try and come up together. We've got the latest advice that is solving this problem, and together we reach that customer base with the right marketing, the right message, the right training to make sure that the schools know about it. So yeah, pretty much collaborate to get technology there together.
Okay, I can tell how much you want to talk to all the teachers who are flocking around your stand about this, and so I'm going to leave you to let you get on with that. But before I do, tell me, what's next for eBuyer?
So lots of growth at eBuyer. So in the education side, in our business team, lots and lots of growth, new heads coming in, dedicated resource to this sector. Marketing, we're going large. So in terms of what products we are offering, and we really want to look at application and usage. We don't want the device going in a cupboard. We are going to be using marketing, one-to-ones, as much impact as we can make. So we want to see when you get that device, when you get that technology, what did we do with it? How did it feel? Do you need support? Do you need to look at that? So yeah, some real strong things coming out of eBuyer for this year, and hopefully we start to make that dent.
Thanks so much. Have a great rest of the show.
Thank you.